Oh boy. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. I was about to say Friday. They used to say that when I used to work. When I used to work a job. I'll be back. All right, y'all. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you for the like. Somebody coming through the door showing love. I appreciate you. Ooh, you guys. This is sheer willpower today. Sheer willpower. Because I want to transition from being the way I used to be to where I want to be, where I see myself being in the future. Healthy and fit and strong and looking like it, right? Because today I don't feel that well. I have a headache. I took a couple pain pills about an hour ago, hoping it would have helped by now. But the headache isn't like crazy right now, but it's been lingering all day. So I'm like, let me take a couple pain pills. I try to let it go away on its own. I'm that type of person, or I'll go to sleep, if it's night. But if it don't go, I will take some pain pills. So we doing lower body because I didn't make it to the gym today. Um, so it don't stop nothing. You know what I'm saying? Today would have been lower body, and of course having equipment, I would have access to doing all kinds of stuff that I can't do without the weights and the machines. But body weight is good enough. You know what I say? Shoot, the world is our gym. If you want to be honest, you know what I'm saying. You want to be for real. The world is our gym, honey, and you don't even just need you. That's all you need, right? I got a flow and it's good to go. So I got me a water bottle. I'm gonna just hit some lunges and squats today. I'm gonna do circuits of that. Do about 3 or 4 rounds. We'll see how long it take me. I ain't pushing myself like that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I might not be yip yapping as much as I usually do. But we'll see because it's like this is where the rubber meets the road. I always talk about how fitness or exercising can raise your spirits because my spirit was a little downcast today. You know what I'm saying? My energy wasn't as vibrant as it usually do, and it starts right here. I was battling some mental thoughts, and this is what I like to talk about because it's real life. When you coming out of a certain way of thinking. I talk about reality. Probably don't talk about it as much on this channel as I do on my other channel, but I can. It's my channel. Okay, and you look in my bio, it says spirituality, fitness, you know what I'm saying, self love, lifestyle. That's what you're going to get over here. Either way. So when you notice you have like a negative thought pattern trying to take control of your thinking, you must come against that thought pattern. Okay. What I like to do, I say a simple term out of my mouth. I cancel and void that thought if it don't align with my highest and truest good. My highest and truest self, my being, my God self. You know what I'm saying? So I'll cancel and void the thought. But and it will get rid of the thought immediately. But also another thing I like to do is just to counteract that thought with the opposite of whatever that negative thought is. So today, I mean, it started really last night. I started getting bombarded with some negative thinking. And, I try to swat it away or whatever and go on about my day. But then sometimes stuff can come at you kind of hard. So, and then you'll have that with other things that may be going on in your life, other circumstances. So it kind of be like you feel like some stuff coming at you from all sides. But the way you become a marksman or sharpshooter in the spiritual realm is you got to learn how to counteract multiple, you know what I'm saying, where it feel like you're being attacked from all sides. You got to hit them on all sides. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow the negative thoughts to take control of your mind, because you got one situation going on over here pulling on you, another situation going on over there pulling on you. You have the power within yourself to overcome those thoughts. You got to put your foot on the neck of negative thoughts, period. You know what I'm saying? So don't let them breathe, man. And I'm telling you, because I don't know where you come from, but sometimes negative thoughts can get you in a slump, man, and take you out. Like you'll be down and out, and woe is me, like like rain. It didn't rain on your party. Like it's looking real bad. And I don't know about you, but I got work to do every day where I'm got have to be in my highest self spiritually because of the work that I do. I don't have time to be allowing myself to slip and get down in the dumps mentally when I know they all lies. See, that's the thing. They're all lies, and the root of them is fear, false evidence appearing real. I guarantee you, any negative thought you thinking, if you break it down to its smallest denominator, the root of it is fear. It's not rooted in love. So that's why it's essential, it's paramount, it's imperative that you come against negative thinking. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. Things are going is looking up, and that's a statement I could tell myself to help bring me up. You know what I'm saying? Everything is working in my favor. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get this workout in. I just had to get that message out here for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wasn't feeling my best, but Amira said, Amira, get out there, do your workout, go live. You know what I'm saying? Do your workout and go on, finish doing what you need to do for the day. And who knows? Like I said, when you work out, hormones are released. That's how you know we're supposed to be working out every day anyway. Happy hormones get released in our body to help lift us up, right? So don't neglect yourself. Love yourself and make sure you get that workout in. For me, this is the third one for the day. I did yoga. I did a 45-minute walk outside in the heat. I don't mind it because it helped me sweat, release toxins from my body. I'm a sweater. I don't mind sweating. I know sweating ain't cute to say. I don't mind. I like to sweat. It made me feel like I put some work in because I did. So let's get going. Enough yip yapping. Let me look at the comments real quick. Midwest Master, salute to you, King. I knew it was something deeper about you. That's why I asked you if you were. I know. I saw you, bro. Like I knew why you asked me that. Because after you asked me that, I'm like, dang, I probably should have got it. Because I was interested in getting into psychology, just mainly to help myself. You know what I'm saying? So I could diagnose what's up, but I never went to college. I went to college, but I didn't finish. But either way, yeah, just spiritually inclined. Like the rest of us. We all are, but we got to tune in, tap in. So let me lay out my mat. I'm going to do variations of squats and lunges, and I'm going to try to remember what I do so I can run it back. And I'm going to do like 3 to 4 cycles of that. You know what I'm saying? I I know God didn't bring me out of where I came from for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And another thing that's important for us to remember, um, don't be fooled by your outer world. Don't let this 3D reality fool you. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to know within your soul what you are meant to have in this lifetime. You already have it, but it needs to come from the inside out. It needs to be manifested, right? So that it's revealed, it's unveiled, it's seen, it's touchable. You know what I'm saying? So until you get to that place where that manifestation is made real, you got to hold the line, man. You got to hold on. You have to keep that image alive in your heart, in your spirit, in your mind as much as you can, man. Because it's like an undercurrent energy of this realm where it's like it keeps asking you, how bad do you want it? I mean, you can hear it if you get quiet. It's literally a phrase that you're gonna hear in this spiritual realm where it's like the thought will come up in your mind, man, like, how bad do I want this? Do I want this bad enough to where I'm gonna sacrifice listening to things that don't align with where I see myself going and being in life? Do I want it bad enough that I'm willing to sacrifice eating this garbage of food that they try to don't go there, Amira. Hold on. Listen, the commercials, the advertisements, the bangers on you, it all is so appealing to our natural eyes, right? We have to be aware of what's going on. You want to go to an early grave? Go ahead. But somebody like me, I got a purpose in life that must be fulfilled, and I want to see my lineage be successful in life as well. Okay, it's not just about me. The name of my business is Royal Legacy Brand. Like, that's for a reason. Like, I'm trying to be around for some time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be hanging on by a thread while I'm here. I need to be vibrant and lively as much as possible. And it's like, how bad do you want it? It's the question that I'm asking you today. Do you want it bad enough that you're willing to put in the work even when you tired? Go ahead now. Talking, you know how I am about the butt. When you got a headache, when you ain't get enough sleep. Now, granted, because I ain't about to sit up here and act like you never break, take a rest. Your girl rests, and I tell y'all too. Like, yeah, it wasn't nothing going, it wasn't nothing shaking. It wasn't nothing shaking today, but my protein shake in my little shaker bottle. That's about it. Like, that's all I did. I will take a rest day, and it won't even be an active rest day. I'm chilling. But my point is, you know how to get back up 1 or 2 days, sometimes even 3 days later. You know, everybody got their own situations in life. You want to keep it before you. Keep the vision before you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good to get you a vision board going. You can write your goals down or whatever you see yourself achieving, put it on. I got a whole regimen I do it all throughout the day. I take a time out and do a visioning. I write out stuff, man. I am not playing no more. Like, it's done got that serious, and you know when it gets serious when you feel really under pressure about whatever the situation. That's when the 3D reality turn up the heat. You go even hotter on them. You feel me? When that 3D reality starts shaking on you and you feeling all crazy in the body, nervous and scared, or you don't know what to do or what to go on. Listen, that's when you really gotta hold the line. That's when you really gotta tighten up the you gotta tighten up the buckle on your pants. You gotta lace them boots up real tight and you gotta bear in, man. You gotta go in for real. I used to be so bad off mentally where, I just let my circumstances was whooping on me. My situation and circumstances was whooping on me bad, y'all. So many times I was ready to just give up. But when I went through my spiritual awakening and when God woke me up, man, it's like I can't go back. It's like I'm wiser now. I know it's just a lie. I know it's all smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Let's get that work in. I'm not gonna tire myself today. Um, If you're here, go ahead and double tap the screen for me, please. I appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm just out here letting my light shine because I am divine and promoting health and wellness, promoting inner beauty. You know what I'm saying? Honoring your sacred body temple. You know what I'm saying? Recognizing your I amness in this reality. You feel me? So that's what I'm mainly about. Well, I'll be forgetting to put on that bug spray. Let's start off with some. I'm not gonna do any warm up jumping jacks or anything because I'm not gonna be jumping up and down. It's just not happening. It's just not happening today. We're gonna do sets of. Let's hit sets of 20. It was between 20 and 25. I'm gonna do 20, and we gonna go from there. Okay. Starting with some wide stand squats, sumo squats. I'm gonna go ahead and superset this with some curtsy lunges. Ooh, my balance be off, y'all. I wasn't even counting. Woo. I don't know how many I did. I was talking, or in deep thought rather, and I was not counting the curtsy lunges. Hopefully that was about 20. So we gonna do. I'm gonna take me a little break, breather. SGS Sniper 8. Welcome to my channel. Big H7194. Hello. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Please, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and like this live stream as well. Do not despise small beginnings, y'all. This is a small beginning. But I remember when I had no subscribers. None. And it was this YouTuber I used to watch. He subscribed to my channel, and his channel was fairly new as well. And I'm gonna give a shout out to him because he ain't been on in a minute. His name is I Mean Fitness, and that brother was coming on in the morning when I was getting my grandson ready for school, like 6 a.m. going live, working out. And before I even was hip to him, though, he was left a comment under my video, and I noticed he had subscribed to my channel, and he was telling me to keep going with the calisthenics. But this was before I started getting back into weight training. I was doing different. I was using videos on YouTube, working out in the house, recording myself. Grow with Joe, and he encouraged me. But he the one who inspired me to go live. I couldn't wait to get to 50 subscribers so I can go live on my cell phone and do my workouts. He used to be out. It'd be snow outside where he was at, and he'll be getting his calisthenics in. and he'll be chopping it up with us 6 in the morning. So I wouldn't stay on long. Sometimes if you just slide through and just show somebody you there, that's supportive to a content creator or YouTuber that's going live. We always can't stay for an hour and a half, hour, 2 hours, or whatever the case may be. But just sliding in and say, what's up? I see you. You know what I'm saying? I'm supporting you. That's good energy and support, literally supportive energy going out towards that person. So that's why I appreciate all y'all for showing up. I feel like crying. I don't know why. I think I think it's some type of hormonal thing I'm going through today because this is wild. I'm over here getting teary eyed. Let's do some rear lunges. Break that up. All right. I did 20 lunges per leg. So I'm going to take a little breather. But yeah, I appreciate all y'all who stopped through, show support, who even subscribed. You made it possible for me to even be going live. Huh? Oh. You made it possible for me to go live. Something that I've been wanting to do for so long because I don't know, it used to be the time I used to hide because of my gap. It's like I had grown used to it. Obviously, I had it for the rest of all of my life. And I knew it was something that God blessed me with on purpose. And because God told me that. So I had to accept it, you know what I'm saying? And it helped me to embrace my unique beauty. Wow! Is that a wasp? Where did it? Oh my. I don't know where it went. Help me. Oh, thanks, Midwest Master. What's beautiful is your inspiration to go live and work out will inspire someone else, and it'll just continue. Keep putting that energy out there. I love it. Thank you, SG Sniper. I appreciate the encouragement. Thank you, Midwest Master. But you know, it's a part of my story how the I'll say the enemy tried to keep me hidden away because it was meant for me to shine. You know, it's meant for all of us to shine, but some of us have different purposes in life. And I knew my purpose was to be out in front of people talking because I've always had a desire to do that. And that's how you know what your purpose could be or consists of. If you have a burning desire to do something or something that's tucked away in your heart and you kind of always envision yourself doing it, maybe you had a dream about you doing it, that's a clue. And I'm bringing that up because sometimes we don't know what our purpose in life is. And we search for it because that used to be me. But God told me, you don't find your purpose finds you. And I heard somebody speak that, and it resonated with me so much after I ran into my purpose. Like, oh, purpose, hey, how are you? I've been waiting to meet you for so long. What's up? That's just how it was. Like, dang, where you been all my life? Like, wow. So, with that being said, once I had my spiritual awakening, it didn't matter no more. It's like that spiritual awakening came through me embracing me, loving myself, accepting myself, purposely being single for a year, you know. And I'll go ahead and say it. One time I was walking to the store to get a Black and Mild. And I be talking to God, just walking and talking. And I'm like, God, where my husband at? Like, I'm tired of these relationships that ain't lasting and they dramatified, folks doing what they want to do. I'm ready to settle down. Now, I am divorced. I've been married before. I was married for a total of like 13 years. I got married fresh out of high school. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying this wouldn't be my first go around, right? So God was like, I walked to the store, get my Black and Mild. I'm taking the plastic off, tucking it in my pocket, freaking my Black and Mild, just walking. And God said to my spirit, God said, you ever thought about being single? I was like, what? Huh? I was like, who said that? Like, I know God ain't said, have I ever thought about being single for a while? And I'm like, I'm still walking, just doing what I'm doing, my Black and Mild. I'm just getting ready because I want the wind to steal my smoke, trying to smoke outside. It was kind of breezy. I'm like, we ain't wasting none of this. Shoot, my funds was a little thin because my car wasn't running no more. And I used to do my little Uber deliveries, right? So I couldn't even make no money at this time. My essentials was being taken care of by the grace of God. God had me on that. I'm trying to get out of the habit of calling God a he because God is not a he. Either way, um, God had me on my essentials, but alcohol, drugs, that wasn't a part of the plan, right? So I had me a little Black and Mild. I was gonna smoke when I got back in the house, and then God said, just be single for 1 year and focus on yourself. And I was like, single for 1 year and focus on myself? Y'all, when God said that to me, I was like, I felt a sense of panic just come over me. Like, I felt like an emptiness in the pit of my stomach. I felt, it was like the weirdest feeling. Like, focus on me. I felt like, I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, it's nothing interesting going on with me. I don't have, that sounds so boring. Okay, like focus on me. It was much more interesting for me to be a part of these relationships that weren't going anywhere. That was full of lies, deceit, drama, and all this old goofy stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's a hard call, God. Like, oh, I ain't never thought about that. I think I did think about it just real briefly. It just came like this. I looked at it and was gone about his business. Like, I really dwell on that thought. So I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. Like, man, listen. I'm walking and thinking. I'm like, focus on myself for a year. And then it's like a vision. I had a vision, y'all. I'm not even lying. It's like in my mind's eye, I just thought about my life. I thought about all the disappointments and the failures and the lack of funds. Money. I call money funds sometimes. The lack of funds and the lack of opportunities I was experiencing and the disappointments and the setbacks and the addictions. Now, it sounded like I was an ex-crackhead, but no, I wasn't. I had to smoke weed every day. No shade to anybody that do, but I knew for me, I didn't want nothing having control over me where I felt like I had to have it. Like that made me feel like I was not in my power. If I gotta spend money on getting high, like I wasn't interested. I was doing it because that's what I was a part of. You know what I'm saying? That's what I felt like. That was the only way for me to get to that elated feeling that I was looking for, right? So vapes, $20 a pop. I was sucking vapes down like every 3 and 4 days. I'm spending 20. I'm back at the gas station buying a new vape. You know what I'm saying? Black and Milds. I started smoking them when I lost my gig work because the car broke down. The Black and Milds was satiating the urge to smoke, the desire to smoke. I told you I was smoking out the womb, so I've been smoking for years, like all my life, pretty much. My mama used to send me to the kitchen to light her cigarettes when I was little, just a wee little thing. And I used to. That's when I first was trying to act like I was gonna smoke, and I smoked before when I was probably 6. They used to party at night, get high and stuff, and leave the little paraphernalias and stuff out in the morning. And wake up Saturday morning and watch cartoons. You got beer cans and bottles of wine and joint roaches and all kinds of stuff be just laying around. So I remember one time I took a cigarette butt. I don't know why I wanted to smoke so bad. Go in the closet and lit up the cigarette, trying to smoke. Like, just wanted to smoke so bad. So I ended up really having my first puff of a cigarette when I was in the 6th grade. Yep, I was in the girls' bathroom with a couple of my girls' friends, and we was smoking cigarettes. And I caught myself trying to follow them, and I took a puff and almost died. Like I inhaled it too deep, and I was coughing up. I was coughing so bad they got scared. They like, she gonna get us in trouble. But these were my girls. We was hanging out all the time, you know. So either way, that's when I first started smoking, right? And I was tired of having these addictions, y'all. I was just tired of. I thought I was thinking about, all that, and I'm like, you know what, God, I'm gonna take you up on your offer. I'm gonna focus on myself for a year. The moment I said that, you will have to be there, y'all. Spiritually, it's like something clicked into place. I don't know what it was. I don't know what happened. But it's like as soon as I said yes, I will focus on myself for 1 year. It's like something just stopped. It's like a wheel was spinning in one direction, right? I'm just trying to describe it. And then it slowed down and came to a stop, and then something else just started up like, and it's like my whole world just began to change, y'all. Like I was just, I was immediately on this path to a brand new life, and I didn't even know it, y'all. Little by little, my life just started to change. And to make a long story short, y'all, my testimony in my book, I'm writing, it's almost done. Today I stand before you. I ain't had a drop of alcohol in almost 2 years. And I used to drink 1.5 liters of wine every day. I had to have it. I thought that drinking and smoking weed and the nicotine was what I needed to just be, to even, be at ease or calm, or like the weed. I stopped smoking that the moment my life began to change, because I knew I was on the healing journey. And I knew marijuana made me think that everything was cool. Literally. I get high, I'm like, man, I ain't buck that. Like, everything good. I'm cool, but I knew that wasn't true. I really had to take a hard look at myself in the mirror. And I knew marijuana wasn't going to do that. It just wasn't going to let me do that. So I said to myself, Amira, now is the time. You got to let that habit go. Just let it go. No more buying the bags. Just let it go. And the crazy thing is, when you let stuff like that go, you automatically letting go of the people who was associated with those habits and stuff, right? So my life just literally started changing little by little. I didn't immediately stop drinking alcohol, and you can't expect. And I don't know who this is for, man. You can't expect change to happen overnight because it's not linear. Healing is not linear. Just give yourself grace and listen. When your spirit say let that go or do this or do that, just do it. Don't worry about the consequences. Don't worry about how this gonna pan out, how this gonna work out. That ain't your job. Your job is to be in alignment with your highest, truest self, your God self. That's your job. So when spirit say go left, you go left. When spirit say go right, you go right. When spirit say speed up, you speed up. When spirit say slow down, slow down. When spirit say stop, you stop. That's it. It's just like that. And every time you take a step and you doing what spirit say, all you doing is fortifying your spirit. You literally making that self of yours inside that was beat down and whooped on from all them past hurts and pains and traumas that start standing up inside of you. That's why I don't say understand when I talk. I say understand because that's really what you're doing. You're understanding. You ain't under nothing. You're not under anything, literally. So if you say understand, we can't let the speech of the world and get up in our mouths. Like, that's not what we do. When you royalty, you move like royalty. You walk like royalty. You talk like royalty. You you know what I'm saying? You a whole different species out here, for real. You amongst all kinds of everybody out here ain't even human, so don't even think that. But we ain't about to go there. But you a whole different species, right? That's all I'm trying to say. You a spiritual being, all right? And the more you do things that's in alignment with your truest and highest self, that's why I say eat. Try to eat as clean as possible. It ain't easy, or let me say it can be challenging. It can be challenging because I started buying this sprouted bread from Aldi's. If you talking about getting it from Walmart or any other store, you looking to spend at least $10 a loaf for sprouted bread. Meanwhile, you can find the little white bread and the little fake wheat bread for $1 something a loaf, $2 a loaf. You can get the stuff that's gonna take you up out of here quick, much cheaper. But when you're talking about investing in your health and wellness, you're talking about really investing some coins, some bread. And that's let you know that that's something that you should be incorporating in your body. If it costs a little bit more money, then it's probably not for everything, especially for food. If it costs a little more, if it's whole foods and stuff, stuff that ain't what you call it, GMO and all that, it's gonna be a little more. It's gonna be a little more. It's just a tactic, but you gotta walk in faith. Do what you can. I'm not getting organic all the time. I would love to. You know what I'm saying? It's a little more pricier. Sometimes I am able to treat myself with something organic, but sometimes I'm not able to. But it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Listen, baby steps, y'all. It's baby steps. And even with my channel, baby steps. I know the growth ain't going to happen overnight. And sure, I would love to be at 100,000 subscribers at this time. But I know I got to put my work in, just like everybody else who came before me. This is something I want to do. I've been wanting to do it for years, but I was hiding because I didn't accept myself. That's how I got on all that, right? I didn't accept myself for who I was. And since my spiritual awakening, it don't matter. It just literally don't matter to me. I'm like, hey, if you can't stand gaps, you don't like it, you think I'm ugly, do I need dental work? Sure I do. I'll be the first to tell you, but it ain't gonna be to close my gap. We keeping this. We're gonna keep this because this is how God made me, and God made me like this for a reason. You feel me? But yeah, let's get back to work. I went off on a tangent, but that's what was meant to happen. Let's do some front lunges. I'm about to do 20. Um, oh, okay. Let me look at I gotta remember look at my comment section, y'all. No shade taken. So okay, you a smoker. Hit dogs holler. No, yeah, I'm just messing with you. I'm I'm 8 tomorrow. What do you mean you 8 tomorrow, Cortland Gardner? Or in Yeah, you say I'm 8 tomorrow. Smoking is the only habit I haven't kicked yet. I definitely feel you spending 6,000 a year to get high sounds ridiculous when you type it out. And you know what, Midwest Master, if you're still here, it was times I had literally took out a pen and pad, like, let me see how much money I spend on my pleasantries a week. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you can't complain about finances or lack thereof when you know you spilling goo gobs on bad habits. And it was staggering. When I look, I'm like, what? It was like from where my income was, I think I was spending like 200 or something a week on, because mind you, a bottle of wine that I was getting was at the, we'll say about $10 a day on a bottle of wine, 7 days a week. That's $70 just for that. I'm getting a new vape like every 3 days on average. That was 20, $40. You know what I'm saying? A week on average. Then you got to get your bag of weed if you're getting it weekly or how much, however you doing it. And I can't remember how much I was spending on mine. I had a good week, man. You know, I so either way, the wraps and all this and that, I was spending at least 200 a week. That's 800 a month. Can you think of what you can do with 800 a month? And that was for me. I'm like, dang, man, if I can overcome these habits, that's pretty decent. I can use extra $800 a month on something. Shoot. So let me get these in. 20 per leg. Oh, and I didn't mention, I haven't had marijuana since, when was that? Shoot. Just to be fair, because I don't know if it was December of 2023 or January of 2024. So we'll go with January 2024. Could be December. Sometimes my memory failed me when I'm trying to quickly recall stuff that happened in the past. But I haven't had alcohol in almost 2 years. This August will be 2 years. Um, no more vapes. I quit the vape. I quit Black and Miles. I have stopped the vapes. The Black and Milds, that was the last nicotine habit. That was last May when I was able to, y'all, this is crazy how it happened. But I do a lot of healing stuff every day. Oh, these squirrels be hopping off the roof into. I'm so skittish, y'all, out in nature. I be thinking one of these wild animals gonna run up on me. My daughter be like, "You gotta become one with nature." I'm like, "I'm working on it." So, I had my last Black and Mild in May of last year. I was smoking, and I do tarot, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that. I read tarot cards, so esoteric stuff and hidden truths and secrets and stuff. That's what that's all about, you know. So I was called to that. Like I literally, like my spirit went there, was like, get you some cards. I'm like, okay. So that's what my other channel consists of. But it's really, I be trying to do it for healing stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like a spy looking in on people. Like I don't do that for real. So, well, I do readings. Anyway, getting off track. The cards were showing me that I was hiding something within. Like it's a mirror to your subconscious. The cards, right? It can show you hidden things within yourself. So when I do my readings for myself, the cards would show me things that I need to heal, to bring it to the light, address whatever the situation may be. So there's one reading I did on myself last. This was in May, and I was like, yeah, last year. The cards showed me like I was hiding something, and I had this oracle deck, and it had something about the lungs, and it was telling me how important our breath is, right? And it convicted me. I'm like, oh, I know this stuff is poisonous going into my lungs. See, y'all, our breath is spirit. Yeah, our breath is our life, which is spirit, is our life force energy. And it's like God breathed, if you will, just like to give you an image, into us, right? And that's how we're animated. We have the spirit of God, it's that breath. So it's like when we smoking and stuff, we're contaminating our lungs, we're contaminating that life force energy, which can be so much more powerful without the carcinogenic chemicals which attached to our lungs. Okay, and I ain't even about to go into all the disease or whatever we can get from smoking. That ain't my point. My point really is about how our breath, our lungs wasn't meant to contain smoke. That's why we cough, because it's a foreign object, if you will. Get our body have its own immune systems and defense mechanisms. Our eyes tear up when something get in them. Um, what else? Our throat, if something gets stuck, we coughing to defend ourselves, right, against the attacker, if you will. We get our skin will do certain things. I don't know. You can think of like different parts of our body that have every part. The brain has the defense mechanism, all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So our lungs, the defense mechanism for that is coughing, and that just lets you know that it's a foreign substance we're putting in us we're not supposed to. So I say if you want to ingest THC or whatever you want to do, the edible stuff. Do it where you can drink it, eat it. You know what I'm saying? But I would steer clear of smoking stuff. It really, it don't do us any good, y'all, for real. But I know what it's like. Been there, done that. Your girl used to cut out the bottom of her couch to get change that felt like the for people sitting on the couch. I ain't had no money back in the day living in the projects on 30th and Central. I used to be broke sometimes. And I cut the bottom of the couch out. One day I was heard some change under there. I was cleaning up. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This sounds like a piggy bank. Up under this boy, I went and got a knife, cut that boy open. I went straight across that street and got me some single cigarettes. I know what it's like to smoke or have a need to smoke. You got to fulfill, you got to scratch that itch. I know what it's like, y'all. I was a straight nicotine fiend, baby. Um, Not extreme, nothing extreme, but I think that was about the worst I did. Was I went like itching and scratching, like, yeah, you got a square? Can I get a cigarette? No, I wasn't like that, but I definitely on lunch break with $1 trying to buy $1, buy a cigarette. I would pay $1 for one. I know people like, can I get two for $1? I used to be so thirsty. Like, can I give you this dollar and I get one cigarette? Like, yeah, that's how I used to be. So let's hit some more squats. Curtsy lunge. Woo! That was a little superset. I can only do 10 of those per leg. You not lying. Smoke bad for the lungs. Woo, hold on. They make it so accessible here, it's hard to stop. You can legally grow up to 6 plants here. And then they make auto plants that only take 2 months to grow. What? That smoke bad for the lungs. I think I'll start doing edibles till I lose interest in it all around. Years ago, and that crazy. Good. Now, so I don't want to stress myself too much. I'm gonna let God take care. I was so afraid of the Cravens, man. The Cravens is like a bully. Remember them commercials back in the day, them smoking commercials? The one that really resonated with me was the nicotine cigarette had the dude by his nostrils and was pulling him down the hall. I think he was at school and he was just helpless. Like, that's how it is, man. Them Cravens will bully you. And it's crazy because when I smoked my last Black and Mild, I didn't even think that was my last. It was just a normal, regular day smoking my Black and Mild. I smoked it all. And it was a couple days later, I'm like, hold on. I ain't even had no urge to get a Black and Mild. I wasn't even thinking about it. Never, ever had a craving since before that last cigarette. I, that's what I'm saying. Like, you said, you know, like God will take care of it. Because when I tell you, because I knew if it had to do with me fighting cravings, I was gonna lose. Because cravings be like boop boop boop. I knew I was gonna lose, but I didn't even have to deal with it. It's like, God, like, I got this, Amira. Don't worry about cravings. Ain't gonna bully you. I ain't one bit. And even alcohol. Then I used to be scared that to be around people doing it. I have nothing pulling on me. Like, it's all praise to God. Like, I don't have know what else to say. Like, all I did was say yes. I just been walking on my path, y'all. Every day doing what God told me to do. I got my daily rituals. And when I say ritual, I'm talking about like witchcraft stuff. Don't think a ritual is just like a habitual thing that you do, however often you do it, but it's intention with it, put into it, infused into it. So that's what make it a ritual. And I used to say routine, but ritual resonates with me more. Like, it's really a ritual that I do. My morning, I get up, first thing I do, because I sleep on the floor. I ain't ashamed to say it. I sleep on the floor. Hey, y'all, ain't no shame here no more, because I know my testimony will help somebody, baby. I ain't ashamed. I sleep on the floor, and when I wake up, I ain't always sleep on the floor. It's just right now I'm sleeping on the floor. My body be stiff. Now I done got used to it. I've been sleeping on it for a minute now. It's like it be feeling comfortable to me now. But it still don't take away from the fact that my body be real stiff in the morning when I wake up. So that's what got me really into being more consistent with doing yoga in the morning because, you know, it's a way to wake my body up in a gentle manner to get my breath and flow and get to ground myself and be in tune with myself and to stretch my body in ways, bend it, you know, to get it moving and being more fluid, right? So I do that. And it just really go from there. I do like breath work usually immediately after that. This is like a 10-minute routine. I do that, go right into gratitude meditation because gratitude is so important, y'all. I have to infuse that into my day. After that, I have a self love meditation I do. And what I do is I take my right hand, put it on my heart, and my left hand, put it on my wound. And I just repeat, I love myself. I love myself. I love you, Amira. I love however it come out. I'm just loving on me and I'm meditating and I'm seeing this light just shine from all like just glowing, golden light. You know, this aura just surrounding me and enveloping me. And sometimes I even see it filling up the whole room and going out into the neighborhood and around the world. Yeah, it sounds a little weird to some of y'all, I know. It's all right. I'm just telling y'all. I'm telling y'all what helps me, what has saved me, what has kept my spirit fortified, and it gives me what I need so that I can do the spiritual work that I do. Right. So I do that. I have a head blessing I do on myself. If you're not familiar with Iyanla Vanzant, she has a book which I would recommend to man and woman alike. But it's called um, "The Spirit of a Man." I read that book. It's written for black men, really, written for black men and the women who love them. Okay, so I read it because I plan to be married again. I have sons, I have grandsons, and I love my black brothers, my black kings, my black fathers, my black brothers, my black uncles, cousins, whoever. If you melanated, I got nothing but love for you, baby. Anyway, I would advise you to read that book, right? And she has in there, especially if you are curious about who you are, or if you feel like you don't have a purpose in life, or you feel like you've gone too far left to go right, I would really recommend this book to you. Iyanla Vanzant, I've never read any of her work before. I've always watched her on television do her work, and it really intrigued me, the gift that she has. And this book touched my soul, and I will read it again. But she has a practice. She has two practices in there that I have adopted into my day to day life. One of them is a head blessing. So I bless my head every day. And she has a empowerment affirmation of empowerment. And it really is affirmation. It's really beautiful. Like you can feel the vibrant energy just emitting from the words of the head blessing and the empowerment affirmation. I've incorporated this to my daily life. And I don't do it every morning, but this is my goal because my days look different. Like I try my best to get on a schedule. Me and I've been working on getting on a tight schedule. I can do it for 2 weeks. I'm boot 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 working down my list, and then I fall off, and I just be like, well, I'll do what I can today, which is good, as long as you don't stop. So I do that. I have affirmations I read. I write. So it's just like I break it up throughout the day too, because I used to spend hours doing all this stuff to get my day going, and then it's like early afternoon. I'm like, dang, I got to do something different. So I've taken things out, put stuff in, and I'm still critiquing it for me. Right? Let's get into some. I'm headed somewhere. Something else to mention about that. I'm about to do these lunges real quick. These rear lunges, 20 per leg. You should do a live yoga video tomorrow. I need to join you and loosen up. For real, you tuned in and tapped in Midwest Master 92. when people be tuned in and tapped in, you can tell because y'all be on the same frequency. Because I literally plan on doing that. And it's like the second time he done did something like that. So, not tomorrow though. I'm not ready to share it tomorrow just yet. But it's coming in the future. It's coming because I feel led to do it. To show y'all how I wake up and get my day started with yoga. You guys, if you're doing any weight training, I always, since I'm 47 now, y'all. I used to be strictly lifting weights. But especially as you mature, and it's never too early or late to start, you want to mix up your training. You don't want to just stick with one thing, especially weight training. That's probably the last thing you want to just do all the time and nothing else. You want to make sure your ligaments, tendons, your joints, and stuff are more flexible or fluid. You know, it's like weight training can kind of make you stiff and rigid, like, you know what I'm saying? And I started training weights when I was like, I think 15 years old. So I'm 47, off and on. But I'm not talking from somebody who just started last year or a couple of years ago. Like, I have a little history with weight training. So, do plyometrics, which I have a vlog I'm editing now from my session at the Gym Life Return to Fitness series. I think this is episode number 6. I documented Wednesday and Thursday. I had to do it in 2 parts. You'll see why. You got to watch it to find out. So it's a little show me getting a little bit of me getting ready in the morning, and I'm learning how to do vlogs. That's something I want to do. But baby, that whole camera angle thing and stuff, that takes practice because you got to make sure the camera is situated so people can, when you're doing different stuff like at the gym or at home, so you get the right angle and you ain't got a bunch of stuff just in the way or whatever. But I'm learning, y'all. Thank you for being patient with me. So we have that episode. I'm trying to get it up by tomorrow. I know it's not going to be up today, but it will definitely be up this weekend. I'm shooting for tomorrow. I woke up editing, which I try to get right into my morning routine or ritual first before I start doing phone stuff. But I'm like, let me get a head start on this vlog because it was like 47 minutes of footage. But I'm going to bust that down all the way to like no more than 15 probably. I try to keep it short, If I can do 10, that'll be a sweet spot for me for real. Less than 15 minutes. But because I'm still young in the YouTube game, I know people ain't trying to watch me all day. So let me just get your attention for a few minutes. Literally, I'm good. Thank you. So that's coming out. But yeah, I was saying, we all got a purpose in life, y'all. And don't just think you here to pass through and go on about your business when it's all said and done. What impact are you making on this world? People have different belief systems. Some people believe in reincarnation. I'm not even going that deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about the right here, right now, the life that you have. What difference or impact do you feel pulled to have, like a massive impact, where you feel called to people in your town or city or state or around the world? Do you have a message that you can share? Thank you, Spirit. We all done been through something in life, right? We've all overcome something. And you can pat yourself on the back right now and look yourself in the mirror and say, congratulations, self. We made it. because you did make it. If you standing here, sitting here, whatever you doing, and you listening to me or watching me, you done made it this far. And that is something to celebrate. Okay? We got so many of us getting up out of here every day. We can, if you on Facebook, you see all the rips and rest in heavens and all that. Like, it can get depressing, if you will, But just know that it don't stop here. You have a message that you can share with someone else who may need some type of assistance or support by way of just a word. And if you did not know it, one single word can be enough to transform someone's life. I never really thought about that till the other day when I was messing around with my best friend ChatGPT, and we was having a conversation about something I was going through with one of my clients at the time. And I'm like, you know what, Chat? I ain't never think about that. Like, healing can take place right now and immediately. A transformation can take place right now and immediately. From one word that somebody could say, you can have a light bulb moment. Your whole world can change just like that. So why not be an instrument of change? Why not be a vessel of honor that can be the one to share your story, to share your life's adventures? Because that's really what they are. You've been on an adventure. You've been through a lot. Have you ever thought about, this is something else I was thinking about the other day. Y'all like, she talking Tammy today. I really am. But guess what? I feel better. That's why God said, Amiri, just get out there and do your thing, because God knew he was going to have me running my mouth, or God instead of he. God was going to have me running my mouth, right? So you ever thought about why so many of us had to go through such traumatizing childhoods? And I ain't trying to trigger nobody. It's just a food for thought real quick. Traumatizing childhoods, stuff that happened to us during a time in our lives that we had no say for real. Like we was powerless for real over adults, people who God entrusted us to be our protectors or to watch over us, to keep us. And some of our family, they or whoever was over us, kept us, was our guardians. They might have been working multiple jobs just to sustain the household, or had addictions themselves or ills that they were dealing with. Didn't know who they was, going through self-hate and all that stuff, right? So it's like, do you not think that's weird, or is something to think about? Like, I wonder why during those times of our lives we be subjected to so much pain and all kinds of stuff people go through as children. Do you think that was an accident? Do you think it's an accident that's usually how it go? Not for everybody. Some people don't experience stuff like that growing up. But for most people, especially in our community, some people go through some really traumatizing stuff in life. You ever thought about why that could be? Because I was literally pondering that thought yesterday. I was reading this book. And I want to throw this book out here too. I do this on my other channel, y'all. They might as well call me the book lady, librarian. And then look at this book. This is a good book, y'all. Because I've always read self-help books for years. I've always read, um, man, I used to have so many books. I lost them all in the storage unit I had. I had a home library. I was always getting books, still a stole book from the library. You know what I'm saying? But this one book that I have recently got from the library, I'm reading now, I got it the other day. It's called The Little Book of Big Lies. Um, what's her name? She's an actress, black actress. Um, cannot remember her name right now. But it's on Amazon, Little Book of Big Lies. This book, I was reading it and it was literally triggering thoughts in my mind that had nothing to do with what she had wrote about, that I'm putting in my book, right? Because I had reached a place in my writing where I really didn't hit a writer's block, but it was like I just didn't feel motivated because I felt overwhelmed with how much information that I still have to put into this book. And I thought I would be done by now. I'm up to like 20 chapters. So I'm like, man, let me just gather my thoughts and then I'm going to go back in. But that's when I thought about that. Like, do you think it's a mistake that we had to go through so much as children? I don't think it's a mistake. See, that's where we get made. That's where we, how can I say this, God? In life, you can allow your circumstances and situations to be of your detriment, or you can view it as the treasure that it is, and you can capitalize on it. That's the best way I could say it, y'all. We can look at our childhood experiences and all the pain, hurt, traumas, disappointments, and even young adults, whatever the case may be. And we can feel like life served us up horrible. Like, what did I ever do to deserve a life like this? And why would God let me go through this? And why would, if you still alive, now I already said, it's something to be celebrated. You can pat yourself on the back that you're here. But go even further and take all that, those life experiences and that treasure that you have from your experiences, glean from your past experiences. Just go in your past and just say, I could take this heartbreak. Let me dust that off. Shake it off. Yeah, I'm going to use you. Let me put you up here. Sit right there for a minute. Let me see. Oh, when I got robbed that time from my own best friend, yeah, it really broke me down and it caused me to distrust people. I'm gonna use that. Yeah, you look pretty good. I can make use of you. Put you up there too. My divorce, man. I was so excited to get married, and I thought we was gonna be together forever, but it just fell apart. Man, that had me down for some time too. But look at me now. I'm still standing. Come on. You come on. Come on. I got something for you. Let me put you up there too. You feel me? Every past experience, just go looking around. Get in that bag of your past. Just look around in that thing. And get to pulling out tokens and pieces of that's all they is, y'all. And you know what? Excuse the itching and scratching. They feasting on your girl. You know what I'm saying? They feasting on me right now. Pull it out the bag. Don't let your time here, don't let the past experiences and the pains and the dramas and the problems and the issues be for naught. If you anything like me, you want to talk about a recompense. If you want to talk about what do you call it? Dang. You know, when they say, what do you call it? When they say the white man owe us. What is it called, y'all? I can't even think. I'm trying to be funny. I literally can't think about it. Let me look at my comments. Okay, no comments. That's where you want to get your payment from. Your past experiences. You go to them past experiences and say, oh, it's time to pay the piper, baby. Like, you owe me. What we gonna do? How I'm gonna capitalize up off of this experience? Well, through this situation, I learned how to do this or that. And through that situation, I learned how to do this or that. You can write a book about it. You can make a play about it. You can speak about it. You can create clothing. Any like it's the options, opportunities are endless, y'all. Don't let past experiences or heartbreaks and pain that gave you something. It made you who you are. Okay? Because now you have that experience under your belt. You can go sharpen somebody else. You can go help somebody because you done been there, done that. You got the manual, you got the blueprint, you know how to maneuver in the dark. That's crazy because I had a message on my other channel. I was doing a reading and Spirit gave me the term seeing in the dark. Like, you can see in the dark now. because you've been in the darkness. You know what it's like. You were formed in the darkness. Were we not made in the darkness, y'all? The womb, that's a dark place. All seeds are formed and come to form in darkness. So don't take that or look at it as, woe is me. My life is effed. What I'm going to do now? How I'm going to continue on? Yeah, it takes some healing to get from the pain to the purpose part. But all you got to do is start moving forward. All you got to do is start taking steps forward, y'all. That's what you got to do. Make a decision. That's where it start. Just like I made that decision that day, I'm gonna focus on myself for 1 year. All you got to do is make a decision. And you know what else I learned about the word decision? It comes from a Latin root word that means to cut off. Either it's, I think it's choice actually. Dang, I'm messing up my message. It's either choice or decision. I promise you, it's one of the two, which pretty much mean the same thing. You make a choice. No, it's decide, because the root word is like desire or something like that. Decide means to cut off from its original Latin meaning. Think about that. When you make a decision to do something, what you're essentially doing is cutting off all other possibilities or options. And this is what I'm deciding on. This is what I'm focusing on. And what is my decision going to be today? To love myself unapologetically, through and through, to walk in my purpose, to clean my life up, to start listening to my inner voice, to stop hanging out with so and so and so and so, because all they do is do this or that all day. Or they be, moving weird and crooked, and I ain't trying to move like that no more. Just make a decision. Just make a decision. I'm going to go get help for this or that. This could be as simple as working on your credit, if you will. I ain't got there yet, but for some of y'all who that interest, you there, you like, let me go on and start doing this or that. Let me go on and start doing push-ups every day. That's a decision. I'm going to just start small and do 50 or 100 push-ups a day. And I said this on Facebook Live. I said this on a Facebook Live before. I used to work in a warehouse. I worked in a few warehouses. And this is when I was used to get it in. Throughout the day, I just bust out push-ups. I'll go in the corner somewhere in the back. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be a spectacle. And, oh, look at me. I'm working all that work. Just go off in the cut somewhere. You can do, like if you work in a warehouse where they got shelvings, and it's safe because you don't want to get if it's rocking and you don't want to do it on that. But you get you something stable. Like we had a conveyor belt. It was at the perfect level to do like elevator push-ups. You could do floor push-ups. You can you can lay out a cardboard. If you work with cardboard, you could do your crunches and sit-ups. Just get your little workout in throughout your work day. By the time you to put your 8 hours in or 12 hours, whatever you're doing, you done already did your workout for the day while you was at work during downtime, or and this was when we weren't busy. If we was busy, then that wasn't the day when I was able to do that. But instead of scrolling on your phone and gossiping with the crew about what so and so doing and who they sleeping with, mind your business and get that work in. You feel me? So now not only is you making money on the clock, you making money with your health. So you really winning, okay? See, that's what I like. I like when I can multiply. So I like when I can stack little uh blessings for myself like that. Like, shoot, let me do this while I'm doing that. So I'm really getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start getting creative in your mind about how you can better yourself little by little, you know? And another thing, like if you got a gym membership and it's hard to get going with that, man, just start putting your gym bag in your car. If you got a car, if you got a gym membership, if you're on the bus, it might be a little more challenging because them buses can have you out all day just to go two places. But, oh, Lord, let me hurry up, y'all. Anyway, put your gym bag, pack it up, Put your powder in the shaker bottle. You ain't got to put the water in. Put the powder in so it's ready to go when you're done with your workout. You get off work. I used to work at Amazon, 12-hour shifts overnight, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. But I wasn't playing with them. I was in the one out on Babbitt Road. I used to get off work on Babbitt and Euclid, if you're familiar with Ohio, Cleveland area. Euclid, Ohio. I used to work at the Amazon facility. I get off work at 6 in the morning, have my gym bag in my car. I used to drive straight up the road. What was that? East 297, I think. It's a. I used to go to a gym called Fitness 19 up there in Willoughby, I think. It was on 300, 301 in Euclid. And then I do my workout. I wouldn't be sleepy as soon as I got off work, so that was just perfect. Go on the mirror, get that workout in. I take my little pre-workout. I was taking pre-workout then. I try to keep the caffeine out of my system now. I ain't been on it. You know, I can use it sometimes. I try not to mess with it. But it would help me to energize or have a protein, not a protein, energy drink. Get off work, do my workout. Then I'll drive all the way back down to St. Clair. Like I used to live all the way down from up there. Like I'm down on like 79. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when the sleepiness was hitting me too. Like I was starting to get sleepy. So, but I got my workout done. Go home. I would eat something, take my shower, lay it down. You feel me? Get back up about 4, get ready for work, do it all over again. My point is, y'all, how bad do you want it? Remember, that's what I started out saying. That's what life really be asking us. How bad do we want it? You can get it if you want it. I'm telling you, life will give it to you, but you gotta want it, and you gotta make the decision. Where we at? I think we on some front lunges, and I'm gonna get up out of here after that. That's it. I did one more per leg just to make sure because I kind of lost count by one, so I wasn't sure. I'm getting straight in the shower. So y'all, thank you for the one person who's still here watching me. Thank you for your support from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. Um, We about to head on out, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. I appreciate you for engaging in the chat. If you're engaging in the chat, thank you. Make sure you get that workout in today. It ain't too late. It ain't too late. Go and get that workout in if you ain't did it yet. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you love yourself. Okay? And make sure you let your light shine because you are divine. How I get off of this thing? Oh.